Badlapur rape accused shot dead. Accused Akshay Shinde killed allegedly in an encounter. Maharashtra police say acted in self-defense.
API नीलेश मोरे को फायरिंग कर दी और उसमें नीलेश मोरे घायल है और पुलिस ने बचाव के लिए उसके ऊपर फायरिंग की है। ऐसी प्राथमिक जानकारी मेरे पास आई है।
Opposition calls it cold-blooded murder.
असलियत जनता के सामने आने को होना, इसलिए ये पूरी घटना की रिटायर्ड हाईकोर्ट जज के द्वारा चौकसी होना चाहिए।
Big political war snowballs. Instant justice to Badlapur rapist. That's our top focus on 6 p.m. Prime.
And that's our top focus right here on 6 p.m. Prime. I'm Nabila, Jamal. We're looking at the Badlapur encounter that's shocked the nation. At the same time, we're looking at simultaneous celebrations happening in parts of Badlapur, where citizens hailing this, calling it instant quick justice. I'm going to take you through those updates. All right, the accused in Badlapur rape, Akshay Shinde, who was accused of raping 2 minor girls at a school in Maharashtra, which resulted in huge protests in Badlapur, was shot dead just yesterday by the Mumbai police, Maharashtra police. In fact, what we hear is that the cops fired at him in self-defense. Police claim that Akshay Shinde, the accused man here, pulled the gun from the cop while they were en route in the police van, tried to attack the police officer, and so the cops shot him in self-defense. A bullet went through Akshay Shinde's face, the accused, and he died right there before being treated at the hospital. In fact, the hospital itself declared him brought dead. We're looking at a political war that's now erupted over this incident, with the opposition calling this a cold-blooded murder, demanding a judicial probe into the matter. Let's take you through this report.
Protests rocked Maharashtra's Thane in August when 2 4-year-old children were allegedly raped by a 24-year-old janitor at a school in Badlapur. And on Tuesday, Maharashtra erupted in celebration when the rape accused Akshay Shinde was shot dead by police in alleged retaliatory firing. The Thane police crime branch killed Akshay Shinde allegedly after he snatched a police officer's revolver and shot 3 rounds at him while being shifted to a new jail.
मध्यवर्ती कारागृह से कल उसको ताबे में लिया था और ताबे में लेके जब वो आ रहे थे थाना की तरफ, तब आरोपी ने पुलिस का रिवॉल्वर छीन के जो पुलिस के साथ पुलिस के ऊपर फायरिंग की। आरोपी है उसका देहांत हुआ है, तो उसके बारे में एक अकस्मात मृत्यु रजिस्ट्रेशन किया गया है। दोनों का तपास थाना पुलिस कर रही है।
Akshay Shinde succumbed to injuries after policemen fired back at him in retaliatory action. All of this happened when Shinde was being transferred to Badlapur from Taloja prison. Shinde allegedly snatched Inspector Nilesh More's revolver and fired 2-3 bullets at him. Another policeman, Sanjay Shinde, fired back, grievously injuring him. Akshay was taken to hospital where he was declared dead.
This is the same bypass you can see over here. They reached here at 6:15 p.m. and that is when Akshay Shinde snatched Assistant Police Inspector Nilesh More's revolver and then fired 3 shots. He also injured API Nilesh More, after which PI Sanjay Shinde fired 1 shot and injured Akshay Shinde. They then drove towards Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj Hospital in Kalwa, where Akshay Shinde was declared dead, while Nilesh More and Sanjay Shinde was referred to the Jupiter Hospital.
स्कूल में जो अत्याचार किया था 2 बच्ची के ऊपर, उसका प्रायश्चित उसको मिल चुका है।
Maharashtra Chief Minister Eknath Shinde has called the police action self-defense. Shinde's death has snowballed into a huge political controversy, while the Uddhav Sena has questioned if it was an attempt to destroy evidence.
मैं यही उम्मीद थी कि जस्टिस मिलना जरूरी था और जस्टिस मिलने के बाद फांसी देना जरूरी था, लेकिन जो भी कल घटना घड़ी है उसमें काफी सारे प्रश्न हैं। पहला प्रश्न यही है कि क्या आपटे को बचाने के लिए ये एनकाउंटर या खून या जो भी हो वो हुआ है?
अपोजिशन हर तरीके से हर चीज पर सवाल उठाता है और यही अपोजिशन है जो बार बार बोलता था फांसी दे दीजिए। वही अपोजिशन जब पुलिस के ऊपर गोली चलाई जाती है तो पुलिस अपना रक्षण करेगी या नहीं करेगी? मुझे लगता है कि इसके ऊपर इस प्रकार से विवाद करना बहुत गलत है।
The state CID has now been entrusted with a probe into this deadly shootout. With Divyesh Singh and Saurabh Vaktania in Badlapur, Maharashtra. Bureau Report, India Today.
All right, let me quickly cut across to our correspondent, Divyesh Singh, who's been very closely tracking the Badlapur rapist's arrest and now all the way till his encounter. Shocking update coming in, Divyesh, of the man who's accused of raping 2 minor girls being shot dead in an encounter. Of course, the opposition calling this a cold-blooded murder, not believing the version of the Maharashtra police. But why don't you tell us the sequence of events as presented by the police? How was he shot dead?
Nabila, Akshay Shinde was taken into custody from Taloja prison and the police team was driving in a van towards Thane Crime Branch Unit. And when the vehicle reached Shilpata, the accused, Akshay Shinde, started abusing API Nilesh More in the inside the van. And that is when Nilesh More informed PI Sanjay Shinde. PI Sanjay Shinde then stepped out of the van, went to the rear side of the van where Akshay Shinde and other police officials were seated to pacify him. And after that, suddenly Akshay Shinde pulled out Nilesh More's revolver, fired 3 shots, injured API Nilesh More. And that is when, in retaliation, Sanjay Shinde, who is a police inspector with Thane Crime Branch, shot him in the head. He fired 1 shot and that was to the head of Akshay Shinde. And after that, they drove towards Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj Hospital where Akshay Shinde was declared dead and Nilesh More and Sanjay Shinde were referred to the Jupiter Hospital where we are present right now for further treatment.
Okay. Well, thanks very much, Divyesh, for joining us on that. I have Shiv Sena MP, the one who's currently in government, Maharashtra, Milind Deora, MP of Shiv Sena, joining us live. Thanks very much, Milind, for speaking to India Today. Your take on what we see here. Suppose we have no choice but to believe the police version at this point. But looking at the pattern of events in the recent past, there have been cases of encounters being staged. You have the opposition at this point in Maharashtra calling this out as a cold-blooded murder. What would be your response to that?
Firstly, look, let me try to rise above politics because it's election season in Maharashtra. So there's bound to be politics over anything that anyone does. If someone does something good, there's politics. If someone does something wrong, there's politics. I think firstly, we must understand something. When you said that there have been encounters in the past in Maharashtra, there have not been encounters for a long time. This government has changed the way police are used. The police in Mumbai and in Maharashtra are not used for hafta vasuli, for collecting money from industrialists, for extorting money. Please mind you that in a city like Mumbai, which is the commercial economic hub of the country, it's the economic nerve center of this country. During the MVA's time, when Uddhav Thackeray ji was Chief Minister of Maharashtra, a police officer, rogue police officer, was going outside the home of the country's biggest industrialist and planting bombs, trying to extort money. And when the Chief Minister at the time was asked about that case, the Chief Minister said, why are you comparing that man, the police officer, to Osama bin Laden? So this is a different government. This government is not going to encourage rogue police officers. It's not going to encourage rogue elements in society. What happened firstly in Badlapur was extremely unfortunate. There was a political war wherein the opposition was saying the alleged rapist should be caught, he should be hanged. Now, the opposition is saying we don't believe the police's version of it, we believe the version of an alleged rapist. I think this is very unfortunate. The incident that happened yesterday is also an unfortunate incident. But I believe I trust the police of Mumbai, I trust the police of Maharashtra. Those who are opposed to that, and SIT
Milind Deora, there is no version of the rapist here. He's been shot dead. The accused rapist is dead. There is no version of him. We have no other side except for the police's side to see what happened. The version that we have here is of the mother of the accused who's been killed, Akshay Shinde. And she says, and she accuses that the cops have deliberately staged this to kill him, to gain brownie points, that you could be working around sensationalism with this case to see if you can get traction from the people of Badlapur ahead of elections.
So let me ask you a question. Should I believe the words of an alleged rapist and their family who was shielding them, the opposition who until recently was saying that this alleged rapist should be hanged? Or should I believe the words of the police and where an SIT has been formed to investigate what happened?
Well, we have no choice but to believe the words of the police at this point. Now, the opposition asked for a judicial probe. Would you welcome it?
Well, I mean, there's an SIT. Let's find out what happened. How did the police's version is this man somehow got hold of the police's revolver, shot at the policeman. A policeman is injured. He got a bullet in his leg. And after which, in self-defense, they killed him. Now, I'm never one who, regardless of my politics, I've never questioned the Mumbai police. I've never questioned the Indian army. I'm not one of those who, when the army says we went to Uri and we had against Pakistan, that I questioned the armed forces. So beyond the point, we must rise above this politics. Trust our law enforcement agencies. Don't keep questioning them. And for those who are still want to question them, who want to do politics, an SIT has been formed. Let the SIT go into the details. What truly happened? What happened to the assistant police inspector who was shot? Why did they have to, in self-defense, kill the
questions
accused?
arise
But
since
until then,
under the
who believes that we should
Constitution here in India, even criminals have legal rights. So questions have risen on those lines if this encounter was staged. But nonetheless, my last question to you, since we're short on time, Milind Deora, do you welcome this? You have people of Badlapur wanting quick justice. They're celebrating on the streets here, saying this is what should be, this is how a deterrent should be put in place. They're welcoming this encounter, saying that he deserves to be shot dead. You know, very limited trust that they have on the judiciary, which prolongs the legal system or prolongs a verdict to be announced by the time, aggrieved family members. They're waiting for this to be done with at the earliest, and they're welcoming this move. Do you welcome it too?
Firstly, please don't call it an encounter. You have not proved or established that it's an encounter, number one. And I'm personally against any encounter. I'm against killings which happen like this. But what happened is something which an SIT will determine. If people are celebrating on the streets that this is a good thing, that's a different issue. I'm a legislator, I'm a lawmaker. I believe the law should follow a certain process. Due process must be followed. However heinous the crime is. We're not a mobocracy, we're a democracy. We have systems, we have a judiciary. But having said that, trying to score a political point on the eve of election and not trusting the police, not trusting the army, not trusting law enforcement agencies, in my opinion, is the lowest kind of politics, and that should be condemned.
All right, Milind Deora, thank you very much for joining us, sharing your opinion on this. Of course, we're seeing firecrackers being burst and signs of joy on the streets of Badlapur with people hailing this man, Akshay Shinde, being killed, gunned down by the police. The cops say they shot at him in self-defense. But the people there saying this is quick, instant justice. This man deserves no mercy.